What a game we have coming up here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. Guys, let's take a step back and talk about Notre Dame. Safe to say expectations have not been met. When you start a season in the top 5, you expect to contend for a playoff spot. Now they're sitting there unranked. What about just overhauling the whole program if they can't get this thing fixed?
Well, yes, and it's hard, man. It's hard when you start that high and then something happens and it starts to snowball. Momentum is a powerful thing. These are young kids, Jesse, and they got to find a way to swing that momentum.
They've had some tough losses, obviously some key injuries, but they need a win in the worst way possible. They have got to find a way to right the ship.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Irish send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. They make the stop, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Great place to start for this offense. Now they'll run it to the right here. Makes it past the marker. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Out of the gun, the inside give. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. Notre Dame right back to the line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
And you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for room. It's Gilliam. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. They'll ride the hot hand. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Leaves it with the back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. The marker rests at the 39, and that's what they need here on 3rd down.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man.
Breaks into the open. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. The extra point here would tie the game. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away.
I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Here come the Irish back on offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Give to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
Nice run there. Doesn't it just feel like Notre Dame football when you see that, too? You know, you got touchdown Jesus looking down, and one thing Notre Dame has always seemed to have.
Touchdown! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Quarterback quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
They go to the ground. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the connection on third down. Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A low line drive and short kick. And they'll touch it dead at about the 40. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Under fire. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air on second down. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. He picked up a big chunk of yardage there, and there will be Irish jigs going in the stands.
Yeah, and a lot of excitement. If they can find these down-the-field explosive plays and find a wide receiver out there they can depend on.
Just keeps moving. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not one, not two, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
That's caught. It's Bray. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Clemson.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. The Tigers want to move quickly.
Oftentimes when offenses get a first down, that's when they like to speed up the tempo. You're seeing them now go hurry up.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Throws for the tight end. Got it in the middle, it's Lacey. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. And the Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Wants to keep it in the air. Pocket breaking down. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Time to take a shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, the big fella almost had the interception. Instead, it'll be fourth down. Needing to convert, Clemson comes to the line. Three straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's batted away, and the fourth down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on fourth down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He lets one fly deep. He's got it inside the 15. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Fires to the wideout. He's picked off and he's thrown a dozen of them. Stopped at the 12-yard line, and he wanted that pick six. He'll have to settle for setting up his offense. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. They want to run this quarterback. He finds enough room to get it over the 10-yard line, and he's down at the 13. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Takes the handoff. It's Brink. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, what a game this guy has been having, living in the opponent's backfield. Already has 2 sacks in the game, and now he gets a TFL. He is so athletic, so quick twitch, so slippery, they just can't block him.
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Bray. There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
They'll try the run. And some room to work. Lots of running room. The 20. Inside. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Clemson.
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Man, we've been anticipating this top 15 matchup all week. Let's show you how things are playing out. Maryland has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in College Park. They're up by a field goal over Missouri. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back. If anything develops, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Might be looking to run. Escapes the pressure to his right. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting them a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
Looking for a man. It's Carpenter. Fires to the big fella. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But
and he's got it inside the 10. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. They lost ground on first down, now 2nd and goal from the 5. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Off-play action on first down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. It's complete. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws toward the end zone. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their 3rd possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit.
Going for the big play. Makes the grab on the right. They finally get him stopped. Man, oh man, did he almost make a play to end this half, but stopped on a touchdown-saving tackle. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Ready to go here in the 2nd half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the 2nd.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
The Tigers headed quickly to the line. Looks as if he's going to run it. He stopped just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. Needed more to move the sticks. It'll be 4th down. Needing to convert, Clemson comes to the line. On 4th down, looking for the completion. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Yeah, and down by 2 scores, and I guess you get to the point where you got to say, I'm going to go for it. We got to be aggressive. We got to make this happen. They tried to make it happen. The defense comes up big. Now, it is not looking good.
Turning it on. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Irish. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
He now has 110 yards rushing, and this guy's just having a tremendous season, leading the country in rushing.
And that is one the quarterback is going to wish he had back. Receiver wide open, and he just threw it way too far out in front of him. He's never gotten into a rhythm, guys. This is one of the more talented guys in the entire country, and he's way under 50% completions in this game.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught close to the marker, it's Bond. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
We knew coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go faster, seeing it here.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
Well, a nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Catch in the middle, it's Lacey. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Clemson jumps to the line. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Quick completion on the out. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They just keep firing. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And how about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Maryland is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you never know. They're trailing by just 4 to Missouri. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He'll start this drive firing. Rushes on him. And as he throws, can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The offense changing the play. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Right on target this time. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. You've got a 3rd and manageable backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. He'll toss it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Dropping back, it's Carpenter. Going over the top. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up the big return. Offense in a bunch formation. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Quickly out to the tight end. Races down to the 2 and stopped just short of the goal line as he goes out of bounds. Clemson is quick to the line. Wants to go up top. Bring in the heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And a golden opportunity slips away from the defense there. That's one he'd love to have back. He knows he should have come away with the interception there in the red zone.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Looking to throw. Fires to the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. Makes the catch. It's Rhodes. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience. Caught in the backfield, it's Rhodes. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Gonna look downfield again. Pressure coming. Sends it downfield. Pulls it in down the sideline. Off and running. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
defense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that rain is coming to an end. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back. Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Going for it all. And he's got it inside the 35. He's loose down the middle. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Clemson.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And he makes the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. The give to the right. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Notre Dame right back to the line.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Really good pickup on 2nd down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. They'll try to run for it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Quarterback keeper. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and
oh, he wants it all. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
No big surprise there, right? You're throwing to a guy that already has 3 touchdown catches in the game, so take another shot. Every time he has looked his way, good things have happened, and that's one of the very few times in this game so far where they have not been able to hook up.
Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people...
Breaks into the open. Got enough space. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end. But all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They got it on offense. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Looking downfield on first down. Fires on the move. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
It's complete on the right side. A solid pickup, and he goes out of bounds at the 30. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on second and short. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Runs through the tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on third and short. Reads it, fires complete. Running through contact. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. The Irish, after ripping off a huge chunk on the ground, will try to keep Big Mo rolling. Touchdown, Irish! And they take it in for 6 more points.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
And the Tigers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Wide receiver comes in motion. It's a draw. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Are facing 3rd and inches. Looking to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time. And 4th and inches for me is a green light anywhere on the field. I'm going to run the football. I'm going to be physical. I'm going to go to my play. I know I can get it. I like the play call on 4th and inches to go for it.
The screen, he can go. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Motion from the back. They'll try to get it through the air. Makes the grab. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
Gain of 6. And that's a first down.
Wants to throw on first down. He wants a big play here late. And here's the third interception of the night. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking for a deep man. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive.
Snatches it on the right. The freshman brought down after bringing that one in. Clemson jumps to the line.
Gain of 28. And it's good enough for first down.
Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
He's taking a deep shot late in the game. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved,